Washington again, alongside the Snake River. You may recall that 10 months ago, last August, I was in the same location trying to find this feeder dike, and I found out later on that I was on the wrong track entirely. All right, I got some bad news. I couldn't find what I was looking for. And what I was looking for was something called a feeder dike. Feeder dike. So this behind me is the new trail that I'm going to take. It's maybe 2 miles ahead of me, and I am convinced and confident that I will finally find this feeder dike where all this lava all around me came from 12 to 15 million years ago. So we'll see about that, see if it works. Let's go ahead and get on this hike. Well, after a 3.5 mile hike, I finally reached my destination, and here it is. It's the Gingko lava flow feeder dike, approximately 15 million years old. So how do we know for sure that this is a feeder dike? Well, just look at this distinctive pattern in the rocks. You see up here this center line, if you will. Imagine it going all the way to the top, and to the left and to the right of that center line, you'll see these distinctive layers, one after another, going all the way up. And you don't see this anywhere else in the country. You have to really look hard to find these things. But just imagine a crack in the earth. It's maybe 70 to 80 miles long, and there's lava coming out of the ground all the way up to the top, and when it reaches the surface, it just spreads out one side or another like honey, like molasses, thick goo coming out. So you see the same thing happening here. The thick goo raised to the surface, lava came out on either side, and it gave time to cool. Then another eruption would come out. Who knows how quickly these were formed? It could have been done 3 or 4 ridges in maybe a day or a week. That's hard to tell, the amount of time between each ridge. But you can just envision lava coming out of the ground, and when it seeps to the top, it just spreads out like thick molasses. I mean, this is huge feeder dike. It goes way up there to the top. I'll try to zoom in on the top there, and you can see the lighting is right. You see there's that continuation, that same center line going all the way up to the very top, same spreading effect of the lava. right down that center line, all the way down, all the way down to where we were before. All right, I'm looking across the Snake River to the other side, and you can barely see a continuation of this feeder dike, this crack in the ground. I'll try to point it out with my finger without losing focus. But you can see how it goes from the river right about there, right there, and it goes all the way up to the top. Just barely see the outline, the silhouette of the feeder dike on the other side of the Snake River, a continuation of the feeder dike where I'm standing now. Well, I hope you enjoyed visiting the Gingko Feeder dike. I know I did. Of course, this is my second attempt, and last time I came out here it was so damn hot. It was in August. This time I'm on a different trail, and it's late spring, and we have overcast skies, which is really a huge bonus. Everything is still green, not for much longer though. We have good cloud cover, which is keeping things cooler than what they were back in August. So about those feeder dikes, they're very difficult to spot. They're in such remote locations. This one in particular was discovered by Bruce Bjornstad, and he's a pretty smart guy, geologist here in Washington State. And I was in touch with him and asked him about how to specific instructions on how to get here without getting lost again. And I asked him, how did you find it yourself? And he told me he was on a boat out in the Snake River, just going on a fishing maybe, or water skiing, and that's how he noticed it. So yeah, that's all I have to say. This road, I was thinking about taking the truck down this road. I do have the all-terrain drive mode, but what I wasn't sure about, where would I turn around? I mean, there's nowhere to turn around. Plus there were quite a few obstacles along the way. Huge boulders that fell across the trail. Also a dead coyote. Anyway, you never know. So 3.5 miles in, 3.5 miles back, 7 miles. It's a good calorie burn. And I'll treat myself to a nice dinner tonight with some Washington State red wine, of course. And then we'll move on from there. So thanks for watching another episode of Roadside Geology, and I'll see you on the next episode. The search continues.